My name's Kim Delaney. My business is Hawthorn Farm, and the main focus of our business is our organic seed production, vegetables, flowers, and herbs. And we also do a local market in the town of Minto, and we sell some produce off the farm and grow some plants, shrubs and herbs and such that get shipped to the cities. I got into seeds, most gardeners get into plants initially. And when I was doing restoration work, I was working out of a Ministry of Natural Resources office down in Chatham, doing a tallgrass prairie restoration program. So we're restoring prairie all over Ontario because it used to be here. And you can't just go buy the plants, they don't exist. So we had to go out into the field and locate these little remnant pockets of these rare plants and collect the seed and save the seed, learn how to clean it, learn how to germinate it, and then grow it out in big seed nurseries. So that's where I got the bug. Well, I work the business. In terms of employees, there's myself full-time, my partner Brian, who works on farm some of the time. And at any given time, we have 1 or 2 semi-full-time employees or students. We've had co-op students as well. And we do tend to have a lot of people who want to volunteer, who want to come and help for a few days here or there. Friends who really like what we do. They might work for plants. They might do like an exchange, or they might just come to be on the farm and help work. We try and use on-farm inputs as much as possible. So we make a lot of our own compost, truckloads of it. We sometimes trade with neighbors for organic straw or manure. So that's sort of on a community scale where we're sort of, again, it's cyclical. I'm giving them seed or plants, they're giving me something for my fields. So it's a very cyclical process, and weather, my goodness, it runs my business. Not only because we're on solar and I can run out of power if there isn't enough sun, but when it's raining, is there enough rain? Is there too much rain? Talk to any farmer and that's all they talk about. I want this farm to stay organic, to stay sustainable, to remain a family farm, to employ local people, to stay off-grid if possible, or if we do hook into the grid, to feed power back into the grid from a windmill. I want to stay small. I never want to get to the point where I'm a mega, an industrial type farm. I do public speaking to local groups, and I was down in London recently at Oldie Studios in the East End, and my goodness, most of the people there were in their 20s. So there's this real keen thirst for knowledge, and I want to make sure that gets passed on too. A lot of my business these days is done over the internet. I started out with a catalog. I started out growing seed in bulk, actually, selling to other companies who would then package it and sell it. Then I decided, hey, wait a minute, this is a very good way to go broke. I should also be retailing seeds so I can realize some of the profits. So I started out with a catalog, and then I liked the idea of going paperless. Some people will always want to have a catalog, but with the web at your fingertips, it's an amazing tool. I use it to get my product, my seed, and the stories behind it out to Canadians. I find it using the internet to be a really wonderful tool for a small business in a rural area.